Good morning, UBC. My name is Raul Mendez. I was born August 24th, 2006, to a pair of ungodly, unchristian, unsaved parents who had a lot of ungodly habits, and it ultimately led to me and my sister being taken from them, and guardianship was handed over to my grandparents. And we were in Florida at the time, so we moved up here to Vermont. My grandparents were also unsaved, ungodly people, so I didn't have a good foundation growing up. Just throughout my life until I was about 7, I didn't hear about the gospel. I didn't know about God, and that was because of a family friend would take me and my sister on the weekends for respite care, and I didn't understand any of it. I really didn't want anything to do with it because I was young and there was a lot of stuff going on at home. So that's where I really first heard the gospel, heard about God, and eventually, fast forward to my middle school years, I started experiencing depression, anxiety. My sister moved out about 8th grade to go stay in a high school dorm. So it was just us three, which made it much more difficult because my sister was my emotional support. And after that, I went into high school. At that time, my grandmother passed away. So it was just me and my grandfather. And that's when depression and anxiety really took a hold of me. And I got into ungodly habits, same as my parents. Depression and anxiety got 10 times worse, and it just carried on throughout high school. Junior year of high school, a man named Logan, another family friend, came over to the house on the weekends, grabbed me, took me to Bible studies, took me to church, and that's where I really started to hear the gospel. I definitely believed in God, but I wanted nothing to do with it. I didn't have any authority figures. I wanted nothing to do with that. I couldn't take the word no, and just depressed, anxious. So I just faked my way through it to go back home and do what I wanted to do. Eventually, after I graduated high school, I was forced to leave my grandfather's house because of my actions. And about a month after that, I got into a run-in with the law. And while I was talking to the law enforcement officers, they had mentioned Covered Bridge, Christian ministry, and that's where I really started to think. And I told myself that I had way too many second chances, and I got off scot-free, and I was safe so many times that I shouldn't have been safe, that I really decided to take it in and fully improve myself through God. And that's when I moved into Covered Bridge. So within a few days of being at Covered Bridge, Pastor Dave led me through a salvation prayer, and I ultimately confessed that Jesus was my Lord and that I was going to live for him. And it wasn't until a few days later that I truly believed it in my heart. And since then, I felt secure. I felt structure in my life. I felt a great need for authority figures over me. And overall, I have a very healthy mind now. I still get anxious here and there, but I ultimately just lean on God when that happens. And that's why I'm being baptized today.